What's up, fantasy people? This is Tyler, Big Turd Ward, coming at you live. And Jason, Lucky Bastard Youth Wolf, he's coming to you live as well. And we're from two different states, one channel, Fantasy Best Friends. And this is the Fantasy Footballing Show. Tonight, we're drinking beer, and we're talking about the Thursday night football game in our Thursday night, takeaways, beer time breakdown.
Beer time breakdown.
Whatever you want to call it. So, first off, I want to give a shout out to Rika Ma. Shout out! So Jason, he's our 30th subscriber.
Ooh, the big 3-0, man.
Dude, all the way from Germany. And a super nice guy. He was all like, I've been sick. You can probably still hear it in my voice, but like
he was great.
Yeah, dude. He was all like asking us questions, wishing me good health. He was trying to stay up late to see what the weather's going to be like, in America. I couldn't imagine dealing with all this Thursday night crap, living in a different country.
Yeah.
But it's funny, we get a subscriber the same week that the NFL goes to Germany.
Ooh, conspiracy or consequence? You decide.
Well, you're the German. I mean, I'm half, but you're like the super German. So you tell me, Jason.
They call me the Red Skull.
Yeah, maybe. Might have been your great-great-grandfather. He's all I'm like, my great-grandfather is probably that little guy that worked for him.
That little scientist.
I'm a lot taller than him, but we're all.
That'd be great if they were like best friends, like back in the States.
Our history goes way back. The fantasy football show goes all the way back to Captain America versus Red Skull.
Yeah,
1944 or something like that. So, Jason, first off, tell everybody how they can help this channel.
You know what? You guys have been doing great. We got, like Tyler said, Tyler, Big Turd Ward. That's how you do it, Tyler. You go like, this is Tyler, Big Turd Ward. Like he was saying, we got a subscription this week. Thank you for everybody who's subscribing. We need 20 more to get this to live. We have an option of going live, and that's what we want to do, especially on Friday nights. So please subscribe if you're watching this. If you enjoy what you're watching, you can also hit that like button. I think Tyler's video got up to 6 likes, and we were like
8. No, you're right.
Likes.
Yours is 5. No, yours is 5. Mine was 6.
That's a total of 11. 7-11. We also enjoyed the comments. You guys are actually really making us really think. We had some great questions from our 30th subscriber that we really had to dig down and think of the best way possible to do it. And I'm pretty sure we're going to be talking about that here on this episode.
Yeah, man. So Atlanta Falcons, 15 points. Carolina, 25 points. But if you watch the game, it felt like it was 55-5,
Yeah.
I mean, as far as I was concerned.
Yeah. It was definitely one-sided, not something that we.
My number one takeaway, Jason.
Oh, okay.
Marcus Mariota has a foot fetish. What's yours?
That Marcus Mariota is afraid. He's afraid of pits. He doesn't like pits. He doesn't like armpits. He doesn't like pit bulls. He doesn't like.
He's never going to be sponsored by Old Spice because he never passes the pit test.
No. I'm glad you brought that up too, because that's definitely something that I want to get into. Where it's we had a discussion where I even on my player pause for Thursday, I felt really good going into this with Kyle Pitts going tear it up because he's been getting a lot of targets. I saw the game before that against the Chargers. He was getting targets. He was getting deep balls. The connection just wasn't there. I was thinking, it was just one of those games that the connection was just a little bit off. No, that really continued in this game. And we were talking about this before. he threw the ball great to everybody else.
Dimitri Bird, he's like, oh yeah, I like back shoulder throws and perfectly timed curl routes,
But
hey, Kyle Pitts, you're wide open. Sorry, dude.
Straight to the feet. Too high.
He's all,
What?
sorry, man, that's my cousin in the stands. I got to throw it to him.
Yeah.
That's I promised him a souvenir.
Did you get it, Luigi? Did you get it?
But like, that was I think that's the first Falcons game that I watched, and now I'm on Reddit a lot, on the fantasy football subreddit. But like, I totally understand why everybody is so frustrated with Kyle Pitts, because you watch those games, dude, and it's like this guy's wide open, and like he needs to be in. I think I was talking to you earlier on Apex, but like, he needs to be in every single red zone package. And like, there were times where I didn't see him, man. If you're in the red zone, put Kyle Pitts out there every single time. And there was a lot of like missed opportunities for him. Sorry, I'm still a little sick. Doctor's cure. Yeah. But yeah, dude. So like, I just thought it was so frustrating. Like, and they showed like the replays of the play. Like, dude, Marcus Mariota goes to his first read like 99% of the time.
Oh yeah, hyper focus is that one guy.
Oh yeah, because like, man, you'd see Kyle Pitts on the replay just running a slant route, and he had so much room to run, and he's twice the size of these other people.
Yeah.
And Marcus Mariota's like, oh yeah, I'm going to take the covered running back, wheel route, or whatever. It was super frustrating, dude. So like, I understand the Pitts frustration now. I really do. It sucks.
Yeah, and I'm not saying it's Pitts who's to blame too. If we're gonna Mariota, definitely saying it's Mariota. The passing to him has just been awful. He did have another reception in the game. He had 2 receptions for 28 yards, 0 touchdowns, but 8 targets, which led all of the Falcons. And normally when you see a player get that many targets, you're like trying to hurry up and grab them, get on your team, right? Because you want somebody who could get opportunities to make points and stuff like that. But for some reason, he just cannot throw the ball to Pitts at all. But yeah, so he had 1 more reception in that game that was called back because it was like offensive holding. And another reception, I think it was the second one that Pitts got. It was like he had to do an amazing catch just to do it. Like he had to jump, turn around, do a backflip, one-handed, put a pinky on it, and he was just like, bam. It was like, oh my gosh. And then you're right. He's throwing it to Bird and boom, dimes. And it was just like, oh my gosh. I don't know. I was like, dude, maybe he's afraid of Pitts. Does Pitts bully him in the locker room? And he's just like, hi, here you go, buddy. And just shaking and just can't do it. It blows my mind. And I think something that I was even watching this game, like I was watching the game and from like the first quarter on, I was thinking just like, you could probably get the same production out of your rookie tight end that you just drafted in the 3rd round from Cincy. Why are you not playing him? And Arthur Smith needs to go. He needs to go.
They were just talking about this on if you watch the halftime show, like Ryan Fitzpatrick and everything. I wish I had his hair, dude. That guy looks so good. But he was like, I don't know if he was talking about this guy, but it applies regardless. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I had to just watch this. He's like, this is a veteran making rookie mistakes.
Yeah.
Put the rookie in there. What's the point of having a veteran out there?
Exactly.
I'm hoping they make a change, dude. That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, it's probably not good for anybody else other than Kyle Pitts, but if they make a change, it's got to be better for Kyle Pitts.
I mean, it's you said it right there. He's making rookie mistakes, and it's like, why are you not just, if you're going to get the same production, why not just get your rookie going? Get him experience in the NFL. Just get him in there. You're more than halfway through the season. The Falcons are definitely declining. It's like, it's probably, I guess in the end, I'm only assuming is that like, Arthur Smith, they're still kind of in the run for winning that division. And I think if you're in a situation like that, you try to go with your veteran quarterback.
That's the only thing, is that they're still in contention for the division.
Yeah, because that division's horrible. But
so that's the only thing that's making, you're right, dude. But that's what's the only thing that I can think of that's making them stay with the dude.
Yeah, but when Mariota, with his best throw of the whole night is when he tumbled on the grass, threw it off his back, and it was like a perfect arch spiral. I mean, it was intercepted, but it looked cool as hell.
Dude, he did that so much. He's like, what is this guy doing, man? It's like, put me out there. I mean, it's going to be I can't throw a spiral like that, but I could throw it like when I'm falling down. I mean, you could do that.
I could do that. I've done that.
Anybody could do that. I mean, I don't know why he was doing that stuff. So, like, okay, so Mariota threw it 30 times, right?
Yeah.
And sorry, I got this. And then Kyle Pitts had 8 targets. So I mean, the target share was what, like, holy crap, dude! I can't even think what I'm drinking. I've got to pee so bad. I'm just like, I already did the math in my head when you were talking, and then I was like really paying attention. Wait, what was it 30 and then 8? So what? That's like 33%. That's not 33% because that'd be 24 out of 24. So it's like 30 or like 28%, something like that. Bless you. And
Thank you.
I mean, dude. So if your tight end is getting almost 30% of the target share, and he's leading your team in targets, he should be an amazing tight end.
Yeah.
But what we have here is not that. And then when you're ready to, I can give you some factoids.
Yeah, I just wanted to say one more thing. It's like now I feel bad for Pitts, and it's like he definitely has potential to be a great tight end, and now he's wasting it as an Atlanta Falcon, and it sucks to watch because you're just thinking anybody else, if he went anywhere else, he would be having a productive year, right? And it just feels like he's wasting it. I feel bad for the guy. I was really trying to keep paying attention to him because we had a comment where it was who should you rather play, Pitts or the guy's name Dolich or something like that.
Yeah, Dolchich.
For me and Tyler were both agreeing Pitts just because Pitts has the way higher floor, and I think we both expected Pitts to have that good game because of the team that we're playing against and how many targets he's been getting. I mean, his ceiling. Sorry, he has a very high ceiling, and that's what we thought he was going to explode tonight. Where the tight end for the Broncos, he's more consistent, which is great too. Like if you're like, oh, between 8 and 10 points, that's a great person to start. But if you knew, like, if you had a good thought that this guy was going to actually break over, I thought he was going to get like 15, 16, 17 points in this game. And well,
he could have, dude. He could have. That's the thing is, like, you watch the targets. Like, I remember talking to you. I was like, "Did you watch the Falcons game?" And you're like, "Yeah, dude." And I was like, "What kind of targets did Pitts get?" And you're like, "Deep."
Yeah.
And he's missing all this. Like, Pitts has more opportunity for points than almost any tight end, I mean, other than like Kelsey and Andrews. Mm-hmm. And it's like, but the thing is that Marcus Mariota just can't hit him. And it's like, I've never seen it, but when watching it was just insane. Like,
right,
how he's so accurate with everybody else, and the biggest guy on the field, he sucks.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's a really shame. So,
oh my god, dude, I'm gonna pee my pants. Keep on going.
Okay, I'm gonna roll this now. This is Saturday Night Live. Welcome to Vancouver, Washington. I don't want to keep running this Pitts thing into a train, but looks like me and Tyler were definitely wrong with that one. Looks like there was definitely points still left on the field because of all the missed opportunities Mariota had with Pitts, and I think we're talking about a lot because it's very frustrating. To go off of that, one of the things that Tyler was even putting in one of his videos was, I thought hurricane season was over. It kind of did, and it kind of didn't. I was really not afraid. I was like, oh, little rain, whatever, man. You can have little rain on a Thanksgiving football game with your friends. I'll go out there and grab 12 receptions, 250 yards, and 6 touchdowns.
What are you talking about?
Man, I don't know. I blacked out. I was talking about Thanksgiving. So I was like, maybe rain was a factor. I think there was one period, I think I want to say like the second quarter where the rain looked kind of heavy, but other than that, I think it was just like drizzles. So I'm not even going to put that a blame for the rain with Mariota because what we said before, he was throwing dimes to everybody else except Pitt. So I'm not going to say the rain was a blame for that.
No. That's just the way it was. I thought the rain might have been to blame for the extra point kick. Hey, baby.
Yeah.
My wife just got home. Because if you watch that, I really like that Young Hoku or whatever. And if you watch, that was just so awkward, and the way it came off his foot. I felt like maybe it was something to do with rain. So, anyways, Mariota throwing to Kyle Pitts, 6 incompletions, right? Mariota throwing to literally anybody else, 5 incompletions. So, okay, and then Kyle Pitts is on track to be the first tight end ever to finish with 100 plus targets and under 8 points PPR per game. So like he's getting targets. This is unprecedented. So like the amount of targets he's getting and that amount of that points per target is a stat, and I don't know where you get that from, but he's literally setting like the record for it right now for a tight end.
That just like made me even more angry.
And been here, maybe I love you.
Feel more bad for Mr. Pitts. But I was was that your last fact, Tyler?
Yeah, that was it.
Okay, I was kind of saying like I don't want to be talking about this guy the whole time because we're just like I feel like was it
what dude
beating
beating a dead horse?
Yeah. I was thinking of a dead dog. Beating a dead dog.
You don't do that, man.
No.
I'd pick that dead. Let's not even talk about that. So, anyways, so hey, let's talk about good news. I played against Cordarelle Patterson last night. He got like 1.5 points against me. I can't tell you that has not happened this year. Every single person that I've had to go against in Thursday night has gotten at least 20 points. So this is a first for me. I don't know what to do.
Win.
That's too hard, Jason. Don't tell me to do that. Don't tell me something I can't do.
What do you get? How many? Well, it wasn't just him too. Okay, so I said start Patterson. I said start Tyler Allgeier. This is a crazy stat about Allgeier. I didn't even know this was even possible.
Oh, I've got one too.
So combined with those two, Allgeier and CPAP, 13 rushes and 38 yards between two running backs. That's horrible. That's horrible. I also think that's a lot to do with like the play calling and stuff like that. God, Arthur Smith, get out of Atlanta. You're killing them. Allgeier, 3 receptions, minus 17 yards.
That ties him. Yeah, that ties him for the 5th fewest receiving yards in a game in NFL history.
Oh, there's more.
There's 4 people that have done. I was like, oh yeah, like I would have expected that to be the worst. There's 4 people have done worse than negative 17 receiving yards in a game.
Yeah, I have no idea. I've never even heard of that before. This guy actually lost points just because he went in the negative for.
It's like you put me or you in a game, man. I'm like, oh yeah,
yeah,
running backwards. I'm
it's
like
just
little
like
giants.
Yeah, you just keep running backwards, zigzag until you could turn that corner, hopefully. But I mean, I feel like I could at least get negative 13 yards or something like that. That was he was a guy,
not me.
There's a guy that he said, I said play. I said play this guy. I thought he was going to be the dude that give you the rushes between the 20s. I thought Patterson was going to come in and get on the goal line. Well, it doesn't help that they only went to the goal line. I think like they were within the 10 yards, like 10-yard line, like twice, I think.
Well, we were going off of like the best data for this game was the game that happened 2 weeks ago between the two.
Right.
And then you add in rain, and you're like, oh yeah, dude, all these running backs are gonna be awesome.
Run.
I wouldn't have cared. I would have said you better start every single running back in this game. And yeah, so like Carolina just played the run really well. When you watch that, like they even like I forget who was commenting on that. Kurt Herbstreit, but he doesn't know anything about defense. Yeah, like. Dude, the linebackers were hitting their gaps. They're doing all these crazy stunt plays, and then that Burns at the end was just having so much pressure. They played the run extremely well, which was surprising. Except for that, they were really good against the run. Last 2 years? So maybe they're going to put stuff. Maybe going. I don't know. Marcus Mariota was so bad. Maybe they're just like, screw it, dude. We're just stopping the run.
Right. Not worry about him passing the ball.
Yeah, but they didn't mention that. Like in the, it's. Anyways, yeah, that sucked, I thought. And then,
I mean, It's just, and there was the other guy, the best running back who got the most yards, I believe, was Huntley.
Yeah, and he's a small, shifty guy, and he was just everybody was kind of like a north-south runner, and then Hubbard, they were like Hubbard was just not getting any play, but when he was in there, he looked awesome. But yeah, dude, Huntley was just like the scat back, kind of like the Eckler type or whatever, and so he
Yeah.
was actually doing well against that type of defense.
I figured they were just going to throw him in there every now and then, which they kind of did, but he made the most out of his opportunities. And Mariota led in rushing, and number 2 was Huntley. He only had 5 carries, but 32 yards. And
Foreman, yeah, oh yeah, sorry, go.
No, you're fine. And then I was going to just go off of that is like a lot of this a lot of points were still left on the field. And the reason why I keep saying that is because Mariota did get sacked 5 times in the game. They couldn't continue plays. So where you had the Panthers who kept getting first down, kept extending plays, that's more opportunities for points. The Panthers were able to do it. The Falcons weren't.
Did you see how? Like, we'll talk about this. Actually, no, we'll talk about it later. But anyways, Foreman. It sucks that one of our viewers are probably one of our top candidates for our listener league next year. But Matt, he was like, I think he traded Foreman for Higbee.
Yeah,
but he's robbing. Did you see? He's robbing everybody else in his league of all that other stuff. Anyways, like he just got cupped last night, so it's not like that matters so much because he's going to kill that league. But yeah, I think he's taking our advice to heart about bundling 4 players and trading for 2, bundling 3 players, trading for 1.
Yeah. I actually also traded and got Foreman earlier this week. I needed help in the running back spot. I had Hubbard. I got rid of him and I asked for Foreman. I had traded away Jared Judy. And part of the reason why I was able to do that is because the person I was trading with, he was already solid on running backs.
Was your dad?
My father.
I thought this you were going to say, part of the reason I could do that is because he's my dad.
And I've been wanting, ever since McCaffrey went out, I was like, I wanted Foreman. I want Foreman. I was like, Foreman. I didn't get him, and I just kept pressuring, just like, what about this guy? What about this guy? What about this guy? And eventually, I was able to get him. I put him in there. He got me 20 points. He had 30 carries. That's like Derrick Henry rushes there with like 120 yards. He only had 1.
Yeah, 31 rushing attempts are the most by any Panther since 2004, when Nick Goings, never heard of him, had 33 in week 16 of that year. So man. Christian McCaffrey, they're using Foreman more than they ever use, like McCaffrey, Fred Taylor, MJD.
Fred Taylor and MJD played for Jacksonville.
Who are we talking about?
We're talking about Carolina. But you're probably also thinking about like D'Angelo Williams and Jonathan Stewart.
That's who I was thinking. Dude, I was like, but
I got you though. I got you. I knew who you were talking about.
D'Angelo Williams won me a championship. No, I traded away to win a championship. Whatever, dude. He won me a championship somehow.
Well, yeah, the year that D'Angelo Williams put up like 20 total touchdowns, he still didn't have a game where he got 30 rushing
carries. Oh,
carries,
no.
Yeah.
That fool was like lightning, just like boom, boom.
Also, it's like, I know you say McCaffrey never had that many rushes, but I think he would I think the most he would probably get in the 20s, but he also would get the receptions. And Foreman, he only got targeted once, and it wasn't even a completion. So he's probably not using the passing game as much. Also, to add to that, though, PJ Walker wasn't even throwing the ball that much. He only had 100 yards. I thought he at least got a touchdown. But did you see they even marked it? It wasn't. They marked it a run. It was a run play. I was like, oh.
And that's what Fitzpatrick was like. PJ Tucker's got to learn how to take a step back so he can get credit for some of these touchdowns. That counted as a run play. If he would take a step back, it would have been a pass play. But like I think PJ Walker was on my. I pressed pause on PJ Walker, but I pressed play on Foreman and Hubbard was wrong. I thought if they played Hubbard that he would get more action, and they were playing Blackshear a lot, and I thought Blackshear was something to watch because he actually averaged a lot. And so if he takes over that Hubbard role, he might be worth picking up, in deeper leagues.
Yeah, I think I mean he did out carry Hubbard, but I think that's just a thing. We're gonna need to wait. I think he's gonna get another 10 days rest with Chubbard. Yeah, you see what I did there? He's gonna another game is in 10 weeks or 10 weeks, 10 days. He's gonna have more rest, more time to heal up. I think he was, they weren't gonna put him out there. I don't think they're gonna give him like 15 rushes, like he was on his ankle injury for a couple weeks. I think like they were probably gonna ease him in. I think we'll have to see how the next game is if he's going to.
I think I misjudged that because like I kind of forget about Blackshear, and I was just like, oh, dude, they're going to be like, they need this guy as like a change of pace. But like, I should have valued Blackshear more, and I did not. So that was my mistake.
Isn't he a rookie?
And, yeah, and you know how we're going to be different than other fantasy shows, Jason?
How?
We are going to acknowledge our mistakes.
Oh, this was like the worst player pause that I did in a few weeks.
And as much as I love, did you think I was frozen? I was trying to.
No, because
damn it, dude,
your fingers are.
I'm all shaking. I'm like, I need alcohol. I need more alcohol. And when you shake it, ooh.
Yeah, don't shake it.
It does not feel good on my mouth. Hey, Jason, how much time do we have left?
We got plenty.
So, like, I think I told you there was this Reddit thread, and I love the fantasy footballers, but one thing they do not do is acknowledge their mistakes. But I am not going to. One thing I've taken away from this, I've taken my guy. I take too many professionals' opinions on our pre-draft process, and like I literally drafted every single one of my guys, and every single one of them sucked. So like going forward, man, like you should value. I mean, people should listen to us, but you should value your own opinion more than anything else, and then take other people's opinions second.
We're just here to help guide.
We're just here to guide the way, Jason.
Yeah. We're not here to block hawk. We're here to guide your.
Would you say block? Block what?
Remember Pineapple Express when the cops are talking to McLovin? They're like, we're not trying to block your cock. We're trying to guide your cock.
Oh God. Okay, that's what I was like. I thought you said cock, and I was like,
I did.
What did you say? Okay. I'm all acting like I'm all whispering because I was like, I'm all saying it.
Cut that.
This is recorded and put on YouTube, so you can pause this and replay it.
Right. We'll do subtitles.
So, yeah. But like, okay, so Mariota, I don't trust Mariota. I think, but the funny thing is his floor is pretty high because like you saw how terrible he was this game. He got what, like 15 points?
17. 17 points. He would have had 19.
17 points from a quarterback. I'd think that every time, dude.
Well, he was their leading rusher, and then he did throw the ball 30 times. They were playing from behind most of the game. They couldn't get the running game going. I mean, I didn't see that. I was hoping that he was gonna have, like 1-2 touchdowns, but he's gonna have 50 yards rushing, blah, blah, blah. But it was gonna be a high scoring game. The running backs were gonna get involved too, but the running backs were not involved. Really, no wide receiver for Atlanta had a good game, except Drake London, who I also said pause.
Hey, dude, like I told you earlier, if he didn't get that touchdown, he has a terrible game.
Right. That touchdown saved him. I'm not sure if a lot of people
I wouldn't want to start Drake London, dude.
Yeah. And it was very frustrating because that same play, I was keeping an eye out. It was like one of the few times that Kyle Pitts was in the game and he got double coverage, which let it open for Drake London. And it was just like, okay.
Jason, you look like an angel.
I am an angel.
You have that light behind you, and I'm just like, did you come from above? But good thing you're dressed in black, because maybe you're not an angel. Maybe
I am Lucifer in the flesh.
that looks like the worst show ever. I never watched it, but I'm like,
I know.
you might
My
as well take
wife's
that and burn that stuff.
she's super into it. But she's like, oh my god, he's so hot.
Oh my god, like Lucifer, he's got like this beard that is like perfect, and then he met his father, and his father is actually like God.
He's a
I
little
don't even know if
bad
that's
boy.
true.
He's a little bad boy.
And then I'm like, well, did you know Lost is like purgatory? And I thought you were when you started laughing, man, I don't know what movie.
I thought it was gonna come out.
Hey, here's a tip for all you people out there. Whenever you feel sick, just crack open a beer.
Drink it down with all the sorrow.
Just make sure
you will feel better tomorrow.
Oh yeah, just drink it with some other liquids like whiskey and vodka. Okay, Jason.
Not gonna wake up tomorrow. You're gonna be dead.
Ah!
I wanted to say too that I had a boom or bust player, and it was bird, bird, bird. Bird's a word. Bird, bird. I said he was going boom, but he was a bust.
Yeah, but look what he looked like. He passed the eye test. I'm like, oh my god, who is this guy?
The only thing is he's 4'9", so he's a little speedster.
I wonder. I wish sometimes when I'm like walking and a spider web hits my face, I wish I was 4'9".
Yeah, I get super scared and anxious when that happens to me.
I don't care. I just get pissed. I'm just like, I'm gonna take this spider and crush it. But my eyes, I just remember that in college. I was like, God, I wish I was shorter. And then K Hodge, I was like, oh hey man, look, watch this, man. Like he's gonna save a garbage time touchdown. Like, because I just wrote our guy. I was like, I'm so sorry. I suggested Pitts. You know, he got the targets, but it was just so disappointing to watch. And the guy was like, oh, it's cool. You know, like if you told me I got eight targets, like what am I supposed to do? And like, yeah, like if you told me I could start a tight end on a team that's leading the team in targets, it's great. But I saw that garbage time, dude. I know I'm starting to ramble because I'm drunk. But like that Hodge, man, caught that touchdown. I got so pumped. I thought it was Pitts.
Yeah. Well, Hodge is a player that's like he's fantasy irrelevant. I don't think you're ever going to start him. He's like the fifth option on the team. And it was just what's that TV show like on ESPN where it's like that helps no one because he's not going to be on anyone's team and unless you're in some 30-man league.
When do you think Colin Kaepernick went to the 49ers draft?
When do I think?
Was it like 2012? Like it was like 10 years ago, do you think? Or was it
2012 was when he was in the Super Bowl, right?
It was like Russell Wilson too, you know?
Yeah. It wasn't 2012 was the year he went to the Super Bowl.
Dude, it's so funny because I was gonna say 2012. So maybe he was drafted 2011. And then I'm just thinking like if PJ Tucker was drafted in 2011 by John Harbaugh.
Yeah.
That fool, did you see? There was a time where I was like, who is that running back?
Oh, he did that 360.
That.
Yeah.
And I was like, this guy is crazy, dude.
Yeah.
And I was like, give this PJ Walker guy a chance.
Yeah. Well, they are giving him a chance, but it helps when you don't need to throw the ball because your running game is so heavy. Just so you know, I saw this stat last night too, but this is part of the main reason why I really wanted a running back when McCaffrey was gone is that the Carolina Panthers, they run the ball more than 50% of the time on their plays.
So weeks 1 through 6, Jason, are you paying attention to me? Stop drinking and paying attention to me.
6 through 1.
90.3 rushing yards per game.
Okay.
Weeks 7 through 10 after the McCaffrey trade. 159 yards per game. That is the difference of plus 170 yards.
Damn.
Okay. I mean, shit. Okay. I mean, crap.
70
yards, not 170. God, dude. I made it this far.
You don't
I'm
do
all
math when we're drinking. The only math we know is how many beers we've had.
It's still PG-13 as far as I'm considered. We need some boobs and one more F word for it to be rated R.
I know.
Speaking of which,
Speaking of Rich, come in here, honey. Come in here, honey. Oh,
you want to see some boobs?
so some cleavage.
Dude,
So another person that you said that we're coming down to the wire here, Tyler.
Good, because I'm burning. I'm burning for a urine.
Burning. DJ Moore, we said to play him. There wasn't a lot of passing because they were running the ball so well, but he did have 4 catches, 29 yards. It's not much. He also went out with a concussion. He went in a concussion protocol, which is something where you can't predict injuries, but because the way the game was played, he's definitely still a good option.
Let them in targets.
Led them in targets, but unfortunate that he didn't get more points. But like I said, he left the game, and they were running the ball. They ran the ball 41 times total. It's hard for anybody to be a fantasy factor on the wide receiver when your running back is doing so well, and they just keep running. So that's just like one of those unfortunate events. I think he is. Damn, if you go and look at, am I wearing the same sweatshirt? Oh no, this is all black. The other one is it's like
how much time, Jason? How much time?
Minute 30. We got minute 30.
Hey, so people, if you like us, which, oh yeah, dang it, I'm gonna download Discord. I was supposed to download Discord today. Are you gonna talk about that real fast?
I don't know anything about Discord. I had it once for Pokemon Go, but I didn't know how to use it right.
Well, Ray wanted us to, my wife Ray, short for Rachel, wanted to. So you're married to it. Whatever. I don't care what you are.
Right.
But hey, I want to say we're gonna go play Xbox Apex Legends Live. That's what Jason responds to messages from drinking with Apex, and so we're gonna go do Twitch Live on that, and it's X-rated. But if you want to listen to us, you can.
Drinking Behind Controller is the tag name. Meet us there. Anyway, we got to go. If you like this video, please like it. Have a drink with us next time. Please subscribe. We got to get to 50. We need 20 more. And leave the comments. We love interacting with you guys. With that said, Tyler, you got anything? We got 10 seconds.
Thank you guys so much for just even talking to us. It really makes us feel good.
Feels so good. Okay, talk to you guys later.
How do you feel about that, Jason?